And welcome to Let 'Em Talk. I'm Paul DiRienzo. We have another wonderful show lined up for our loyal fans and listeners and viewers. And I'd like to introduce Comrades.
Hey, how you doing, Paul?
All right. How you doing, guys?
Thanks for having us.
Hayley,
Yes.
Alexis, and John.
Yeah.
And you'll get to meet all three of them. And they're going to, some of you who are watching might know them because they play around the scene quite a lot. And we met at Tompkins Square Park and the squats and all the different things that were going on this summer and in previous summers here in the park in the Lower East Side and Brooklyn. You guys are actually living in a squat, right?
Yeah, we're living in a squat somewhere in Brooklyn.
Somewhere in Brooklyn, they're squatting. So I'm glad to say the squat's still happening in New York. I mean, it's not just something that happened a long time ago.
Yeah.
And you know, I was with you guys a few days ago, and you were playing out. One of your favorite venues is right down in front of an abandoned storefront.
Yeah,
on
favorite
St.
venue.
Mark's Place.
That's our bread and butter spot. Yeah,
All right, so
we have fun with it.
folks can see you if they fall in love with your music and they see what you're doing. They can go see you on a most days. Most days there.
There's no cover charge.
No cover charge. Right
Money back guaranteed.
How long you been together?
Probably about a couple. 3-4 years. You know, we're on and off. Like sometimes we go traveling, then we get back to it. But we're like the core group of it. Sometimes it's electric and fast drums.
Right.
2011-ish.
Yeah.
Right. And what's the idea behind the band? Is there like a focus behind it or an idea behind it, or
what do you think?
I think like kind of like self-revolutions. Obviously, we're all trying to like get things done in like an outward environmental community way. But the most we can do is kind of like just fucking like pump up ourselves to the best that we can do and the best that we could get stoked, the best that we could contribute, or you know like and try to just like project that and have that energy and put that off to like our friends and just just be your greatest self and always be excited whether you're talking about music or just who you are as a person.
What do you got in your hands there? Show it to us.
Spoons. Alexis she gave me these. She taught me how to play them. They're just fucking spoons, but she needed to teach me.
Show me how you play spoons. Wow, are those like actual music instrument, or are they made from spoons?
It's spoons and a cork.
Wine cork.
Most people don't have the cork in between. I'm a beginner musician.
So you have okay.
I'm good. I could tap dance.
So you're the drummer, basically.
Yeah.
And no, but
she plays accordion too.
Oh yeah, that's right. I saw you with the accordion.
Yeah.
Right. Accordion as well, right? And a banjo. Yeah. That's amazing.
I lost my mandolin, and I didn't want to play mandolin anymore, so I got a banjo.
Okay.
So I've had it for like a month or so.
I'm boring.
Picking up the pieces.
And right, you have the guitar right there, right? So I got banjo, but tell me more about the banjo. So you always wanted to play it, or did you already know how to play it?
I was just really into finger picking with a mandolin, and it's a lot harder to do with a mandolin because it's a much thicker strings and two of them at the same time, and banjo just made more sense for how I play anyway.
Right. I see.
It's way bigger of a sound too.
Yeah.
Are you guys from New York, or are you from like Ohio and Kentucky?
Florida. I'm from Florida.
I'm from Pennsylvania.
from Long Island.
Okay. So this style of music, sort of, we're going to listen in a second.
Yeah.
Punked out folk or folked out punk.
Is
that it?
Really
Am I
loud,
accurate
really
to say
loud.
that?
Acoustic punk.
Yeah.
We're also a really fast electric band, like Bad Brains on acid kind of stuff. So this is like us making the songs folky so we can play them anywhere, because we live in a place without power, so it's kind of hard to get practice together sometimes. You know?
I see.
And this you can just take to the street right away.
All right. Wow.
Versatile.
Let's go to the first song. Give you guys. Let's introduce folks to what your sound is, and then we'll talk some more. Right?
Cool.
Okay. Now we've introduced everybody. So what are we going to play now? What are we going to?
Cats Not Cops. It's one of our songs. Cats Not Cops. Yeah.
Cats Not Cops.
We wrote it when we were living at C Squat, and there's a lot of silly references, and it's just about Lower East Side and cats and cops. Yeah.
All right. It's all yours.
One. You ready?
Yeah.
Living at this squad is kind of like a zoo. There's fireballs and riots if you're in with future glue. Might be allergic, but all them are oh so cute. Got the yes. Meow, 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 meow. The walls is where we live. And yell with us if you really mean it. Yes, I come. Throw bricks us if you fucking scream it. Yes, I come. Duty, it's all that we're dreaming. Yes, I come. Carved in every officer slowly bleeding. Yes, I come. Oh shit.
We've been swimming in illusions of a different sort of peace. That's a virtue butter finger to the silly ever reach. And we're waiting for the cups of masterpiece upon the sun. Mountains that were drawn a gun and now I want a gun. Dozens of the just entire salaries and wrong. Get into the room, cover pulsing with the drum. With the melody eating a golf. And while my lungs back you sobbing through your feet and my feet is gonna run.
Yeah, with us if you really mean it. Yes, I come. Throw bricks us if you fucking scream it. Yes, I come. Your duty is all that we're dreaming. Yes, I come. Carved in every officer slowly bleeding. Yes, I come.
All right. Cool. Thanks a lot, guys. That was wonderful. So, Cats Not Cops. Was that a story behind that? Did something happen with cats and cops at the C Squad one time?
It's more like a lot of the folklore of C Squad involves like our favorite people at C Squad always talk about how when they first opened it there would be cats there all the time, and they would have cat sentries and cat patrols, and they knew when to walk around the hallways and stuff. And also Peasant Shane used to always say a cat would never be a cop.
And I wrote the bass line on his girlfriend's bass, so we were like, yeah. Just a really silly concept that we want to make it into patches and shirts. Now we see friends rocking it.
What is C Squad? Explain what C Squad is.
It was a place.
It's on Avenue C, but it's not spelled C. It's spelled S-E-E.
Yeah, like C Squat Run.
Right.
Yeah, we were living there for a while. I guess they bought it from the city for $1. It used to be a squat. Now they own it. So
and Morris is downstairs, right?
Yeah, Morris.
Yeah.
The Museum of Reclaimed Urban
Yeah,
Spaces.
that's a really, really cool place.
Right, right.
We like
and a lot of cool music there all the time. I mean,
yeah, our
definitely.
friends playing in a band, Dog That Bites Everyone. There's
Banji.
Banji, all the guys.
Well, there's very few apartment houses in New York that have a performance space built into it.
Yeah.
It's very
True.
important to
There's a big
the
stage
local
in the
community.
basement. So we were living there. We wrote the song, and now we're at another squat, and we're doing the same thing in Brooklyn.
Well, what's it like? I mean, do you feel like is Brooklyn? I mean, for a person from the Lower East Side who spent all their time there, that's
it's
like,
weird. Yeah,
that's the source of all the energy and all that. You know, is it there in Brooklyn too?
Yeah, I feel like I don't live in the city anymore where we're living, so we're just like, oh, it's nice. There's parks. There's not some guy peeing right there. The Lower East Side's still recall like our home where our band like always meets up. You know what I mean?
Do you always play? Do you write your songs together, or do each of you write a song, and then present it, and everybody learns it, or do you sort of write them together?
Yeah, the new albums we've been like working on way more together. It started out with me just on an acoustic guitar, being like, I want these to be really fast and really electric, and we ended up forming this super group of people, and the new album's coming out, so we're stoked about it.
Yeah.
Oh, you got an album coming out?
Yeah, we're trying to come up with a name. It's on Anti-Authority Records. It's a sweet label out of Florida. So they just put out our last release, We Got This.
What's that called?
It's called We Got This. It's on Spotify. It's all on our Facebook. Check it out. Shoot us a message.
Right, and you're playing. Well, you're gonna be playing live pretty soon, right? In Tompkins Square Park.
Yeah, we're playing our friend Bill Cashman, sweet guy who lives at C Squad
he's been on the show.
He set it up. It's going to be us, this band Mischief Brew, 2 Man Advantage, 1 to 7 the day after Halloween.
November
Seth
1st,
the
Tompkins Square
Seth the
Park.
Bachman's also doing an amazing thing.
Oh yeah, he's
War in the Neighborhood. It was
Right,
sweet.
right,
He's
that's
going to
his
have a
thing.
band and a PA system and a projection of his
really
Oh,
stuff.
that's where we were at the art opening, right? Where Seth did his
you were
slideshow,
killing it. Yeah, that was
we
sweet.
all were. That was a great
Yeah.
show, right? You
played
know when the
2
neighbors
songs.
come down and get nervous.
I thought they were
Good
excited.
show.
We got closed after 2 songs there,
Right.
but it was totally worth it to see everybody.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So you got another song for us?
Yeah, this song's about Tompkins Square Park. It's called Tompkins Lullaby. All right.
It's easy to forget, but important to remember. Life's a dusty road and we're all just dirty feathers. We all feel like shit, at least I do sometimes. Age-old question, who last had the why? Who else had the wine? I tried, I failed, last time I failed to rack up everything I ever wanted to yell in a letter, but I left out my fault. Totally against you, we always leave out our faults. I'm so nervous, the rhythm I stand on. But Dad, I'm not drunk, no, I'm just me. Never should've left NYC. Clever debates and anxieties. Dirty mess in the grind on your street. Give me self-destructive music with nothing to lose. We're wasting you, just wasting youth. No conquering the fact we harmed ourselves with isolation and pity and a world of hell. Keeps me wondering if we'll ever miss the way things felt or just the idea of the way things felt. And I guess I am my disease. And I guess I'll do just what I please. And communication suffers through these bit raw lips. And the only time we talk is with the mouth full of gin. Setting fires alone by the park Tompkins. Throwing rocks and reflections collide by the wind. And I know my heart's getting worse. And I know I treat you just like dirt. And I know my heart's getting worse. And I hope I get what I deserve.
You guys were around last summer when we were fighting the police spy tower that was in Tompkins Square Park. What did you see that when it was up?
It was the
The at from Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars. That's what it always was.
Yeah.
We were down over. Me and Hayley met over at Occupy Wall Street a couple years ago, and they had those there too. So we were familiar with them and their little spying tower.
Right. What did you think? Well, you saw that in a park. The community hangs out at it.
Yeah, it made sense. That's the way kind of New York's going. I mean, there's more cameras every day, you know.
Right. Oh, so you can be on TV without having to.
Right. Smile.
You're on TV somewhere, right?
Used to smile at the camera. Now they're on every corner.
And you guys participated in the sleep out. We had a whole sleep out, and right, that was sort of fun, right?
That was fun. Yeah. Hope it got the point that curfews and all that's pretty silly. In public areas, just makes us having to be outside of businesses even more, and we're just trying to kick it in the park.
Right. And
now they're closing Union too, just because people used to do Occupy at night at midnight.
Yeah.
They come with millions of cops and their whole little barricade. You can't even hang out. It's like
they come in like a
they're
line.
closing Union Square.
They've been doing it for years.
Yeah, since Zuccotti ended, people were like, "Let's go to Union," and they were like, "Uh-oh, no way, Jose."
So you guys were at Zuccotti, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you tell about that experience? Would you camping out? Were you actually living there?
Yeah.
So you were living like in the class war camp? Or
He was at class war camp.
I
was right across from him.
Door, so it was funny.
I was like there where the clock is.
There was a bunch of anarchists and communist kids, and we were giving out zines and stuff and selling pins, and we were there since day 3. Until the cops came in, I got arrested, everything.
What were you, the night that they came in, were you there?
Well, they originally, after the 1 month anniversary, they said they were going to come in, and so many people showed up that they couldn't. And then they came back 2 months later, or a month later in November, and they were like, hey, we're going to shut it down, and there just wasn't enough people. Nobody wanted to come out in November. It was really the only people that needed to sleep there at that point.
Yeah, it was like stressful. It was like, is today going to be the day? It was always like that for a while.
You saw like all the lights. It looked like football arena lights all aimed at you, and it was like, shit. I guess we had the cheapest rent in New York, We were doing good, giving out literature.
And they pushed you out. Did you get arrested that night?
Yeah, we got arrested. I was with half my camp, so it was pretty much only people that I've been living with the past 2 years. You're like, oh, you were at the park too,
Right.
So it was kind of like taking over the jail system and stuff.
What do you think the purpose of Zuccotti was, that whole takeover, Occupy Wall Street? What in your opinion is that about?
Well, it's like, it's really like kind of controversial in your own mind. Cause it's like, we were there. It was so important. It was our whole world. Actually, because of the people and connections I made at Zuccotti, my entire life changed. From this band, my entire life changed. Just the people I know. So for a while, you hear it's for nothing, and deep down in your heart those experiences and moments and friends, like it wasn't for nothing. And essentially, I kind of concluded that that wasn't like the only thing to do to kind of overthrow the government or get the people's word in. That was just step one. That was just kind of like, this is how we all feel.
It's like a community experiment. It's like, look, we all can share resources and we don't have to fuck each other over.
And I am mad about this and this, and you don't have to fucking pick one. There wasn't too many problems. Those problems exist. So the fact that like people think that, oh, that was for nothing. No, like that was just step one. There's a step two and a three. So I think that kind of like developed, community voice.
Yeah.
What do you think about, it was said that, there was a defeat. That's actually not the point I wanted to make. The other point I wanted to make was that you guys got the attention of all the candidates for president that year. Yeah. And was it a little heady if you ever turned on the TV? I mean, you might not do that, but on Sunday afternoon, to turn on in the morning, to turn on Face the Nation, like the most stuffed shirt show ever invented on the face of the earth, and to see you and your friends there.
My mom got excited because a picture of me while I was sleeping from the time they first tried raiding it wound up in the Rolling Stone magazine. So now she's like, oh, he's in the Rolling Stone, even though it's this article, like I'm just passed out with a guitar. George Clooney's on the cover from that year. Look it up. The whole.
So you made Rolling Stone
piece. Yeah, that's pretty fun.
And you sent a copy to your mother?
Yeah. We were like, well, she told me
about it. Yeah.
My mom is real awesome. She's real supportive of activists and whatnot.
All right, that's quite glad you made Rolling Stone.
Yeah,
for a band, that's like the most ultimate thing for a band.
Well, now we're on your show, so it's like
that's the most ultimate.
Yeah, this is what's up.
That's all more ultimate, right? That's what's up. All right, guys, want to play another tune for us?
Sure. And on a happy note.
This song is about shoplifting from Walmart because Walmart's really shitty. And it's liberating things, and this song's called Walmart Liberation Front.
I'm just a motherfucker who's gonna steal from your store. I'm not shopping like all those other suckers. I'm gonna steal and I'm gonna want more. Stealing 40, stealing honest. I'm gonna steal whatever the fuck I want. My girl Candy back in VA. She's stealing out because she wants to go get drunk. Go, shop, let's work.
That means you're doing it
That means
right.
we're doing something right.
Right. Well, is that like an ode to shoplifting?
Yeah. We wanted to get it.
It's kept many people alive in the most difficult of times,
Yeah, that's a fun one.
Are you guys vegetarians?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
You're a vegetarian? Vegetarian?
I eat fish and eggs, whatever that is.
Right. I know, because I was going to tell a story about stealing steaks when I was on the road once.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. They weren't doing anything in there.
But one time when I had it on the frying pan, I turned around and the dog stole it from me.
Oh.
That's sweet.
So I got shoplifted.
Yeah.
I was at your age at the time.
Yeah, that's sweet. Yeah, I know. Things are sweet.
I thought so. Right. Wow, that's amazing. So I'm getting you get the ideas for your songs from your life.
Yeah, that's pretty much all we write about.
Right, the
A lot
things
of
that actually
incidents.
happen to you.
Yeah,
and that way it's sort of like hip hop, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
We all love hip hop.
Oh yeah.
Right.
We're like, we rap the verses when we're super fast. It's like, how much stuff can we fit in a song? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You say somebody's only giving us a little bit of time, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What are you gonna go from here? You said you're a drummer. You're gonna get an electric band going.
Yeah. We do our electric band, then we do our folk band between albums, write the new album, and then we do our electric albums, and we record electrically, which is really cool about being here because we normally only do folk on the streets, you know. So
Right, great. So when is your next record coming out?
I don't think it has a time yet. We're still
The
kind of
next
writing
few
it.
months.
But
Yeah.
folks will find out by
Yeah.
going to the Facebook page.
Yeah, just Google
Yeah.
Comrades Punk. We're not the Christian band. There's another
I
one.
didn't think you were.
No.
You might
no.
be, but I didn't think
Hey,
so.
yeah. Like I am, no. But,
You're gonna take off, unzip, and then come
yeah,
out.
actually, Illuminati. No, we're gonna work on the electric thing. That's where we like playing. That's the reason we're in New York instead. I mean, New York's a pretty tough city to live in, so
Yeah.
we're here because of the music scene too, you know, and
Right.
the cultural scene, you know.
Great.
Florida, we were living in Florida, and that's a hell of a lot slower.
Right. What part of Florida?
St. Pete.
Yeah,
Right outside.
That's a sort of a nice area.
Yeah.
They had the zombie con the other night.
Oh crap!
Right.
That's sweet.
So yeah, it was thousands of zombies in the streets.
That's so sweet.
There's thousands of zombies here.
Right, already.
Yeah.
You don't have to-
Millions and
They don't have to
millions.
dress up like
They
that.
don't have denim
Right.
overcoats though.
Right.
Yeah.
So you there's no real when you play there on this when you were in Florida you didn't have the same outlet for your creativity down there.
Yeah. There's a sweet folk
They
punk
have like
scene.
a lot of stuff going on in
this kind of
Florida,
stuff,
but it's
yeah.
more like an isolated scene where like you're really only just playing
You'd need
shows with a bunch of the same people.
So
like
when
the
did you
same
decide
places.
to pack it up and come to New York City?
Oh, we were gonna come back sooner, but
Right.
we had like legal issues to take care of.
I was here.
You were already here, right?
We were
the
like,
reason
we're
I say
sorry.
that's like to say, oh, let's go up to New York City,
Yeah.
like with the $3,000 a month rent and
Yeah.
the rats everywhere,
That's the reason we're squatting too. We can't,
Yeah,
we can't
right.
afford this.
There's no
city.
way.
Nobody could unless you
Yeah.
live here forever. You trade,
Yeah.
you trade an apartment for age. For
Yeah.
Yeah,
you.
seriously.
Even when we were living at
True.
C Squad paying around, our whole band was sharing one room. We're like, we had like a co-op already, and like one bedroom, 4 people. And we're like, all right.
Is that? But it's you still come despite it all.
Yeah,
you still
absolutely.
came here.
There's nothing like New York. New York's
Right.
so awesome.
So you have to try and do it, whatever happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in it to win it. We're
not-
good.
we're
We
not
got
gonna-
this.
Do you play at any indoor locate clubs and?
Yeah, we just played Sidewalk acoustically and
Sidewalk Cafe
over
and
the
Basement
where
Bar.
do we play over the summer?
Oh, Sidewalk's great.
We
Yeah.
played The Place. We played at Grand Victory.
Yeah, with our punk band.
Right.
That's only like
But of course, the
Yeah.
best place is to
Yeah.
see you on St.
Oh,
Mark's Place
yeah.
next to the
And
Great.
here,
Oh, yeah.
this is
It's most
yeah,
accessible.
Right here,
Yeah.
right here.
Right
That's why there's a
here,
lot
man.
seeing you live. But
Yeah.
right, you're live here too, actually.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And well, we just have a few more minutes. I just want to open it up to you guys to talk about like your feelings about playing music. You broke a string, so I don't think you can fit in another song unless you want to play it on 5 strings.
Yeah,
Right.
We'll figure it
But-
out.
But maybe tell me a little bit about yourselves and about what motivates you in life. Like, why did you decide to be an anarchist and not a Christian?
Well, I was raised Jewish.
That might be
That
more
was
reason.
really funny that you I mean, it kind of wasn't really a decision. It was just kind of something I was pulled towards. Like, as a kid, I have 2 older brothers, and my oldest is 6 years old. I mean, he gave me Chuck Palahniuk to read as, like, a 14-year-old, which was way too soon. And it instilled all these, like, crazy anti-society, like, weird, gory things that all angsty teenagers would relate to. And then it kind of just... I don't know, I, like, read about Occupy and so I always, like, hated TV and just all this high technology shit, but I read about Occupy in the newspaper and was like, something, I, like, had a dream about it, there's, like, this whole story, but something just pulled me to go, and it was freezing cold, and I had nothing prepared, and I went. I met my friend Chilligan. He took me to his tent, which is right across from KV's, and my life kind of unfurled from there. So I kind of, it's kind of like fate. It wasn't really a decision.
The next thing you know,
Alexis,
you're-
3 years later,
she's
Alexis
from,
gives me
she's from
3
Florida, so she
Yeah.
has a whole different.
Yeah. Well, what brought you into the scene and being an anarcho musical?
Well, actually, when he was in Occupy with a good friend of mine who, like, he's one of the people who got, like, the mutual friend of ours got me into just anarchism and stuff. And it was just always, like, I was in a small town in St. Pete where, like, an even smaller town in St. Pete where a lot of the kids were just, like, disenfranchised and really poor. And I grew up really poor, so I knew that, like, you know things are broken when you grow up in poverty. And then it's like, what do I want to do to get out of it? Do I want to be a slave for the rest of my life, or do I want to do something I can enjoy and convince other people, or at least just, like, shake other people out of their comfort zone so that maybe they'll realize it too?
I see. And how did you find this kind of lifestyle?
I don't know. I guess living where I was living, there's a lot of punk rock, and punk rock was kind of, I always thought punk rock was always political, so it's kind of weird when you see people that aren't really, because that's what I thought it was for. I thought it was like the rallying cry, like, let's fucking do this, you know? So moving from Pennsylvania, then I got legal problems in PA, so we were like, let's move it to New York, you know what I mean? This is where everybody is, and I don't know, tried to convince a bunch of people to play with me. So that's what we're doing.
What part of PA? What part of PA?
Lancaster.
So did you know Ellis from there, or did you meet?
Yeah, he used to run in Allentown. My friend Ellis used to have a zine. Me and him were both Finnish too, so class 4 was 2 Finnish kids. We came up, he called me, he was like, people are staying in a park in New York, we gotta go. And I was like, absolutely, let's do this, you know. So from that day, we just
I should have known Ellis was the comrade behind the scenes here, right? He wanted to come up, but I told him I didn't want to shove 5 people in here. I'll have to have him up separately to talk about his life, because he has an interesting rap in his own.
Yeah,
great guy. Do this again.
We all kick it still, and we're all friends. I mean, it's, you know, we're the crew, you know.
Right. So we got half a minute. Anything else you want to add? Tell me. Remind us where you're playing next.
We're playing November 1st at Tompkins Square Park, the day after Halloween. 1 to 7, so get there around noon. It's going to be great. Tons of awesome bands.
Okay.
And we're on Spotify, Bandcamp, listen to all the music, Facebook. Google Comrades Punk, you know?
Right, you can see it and hear all you want.
Yeah.
And of course, come out to the park.
Come to the park show. It's going to be off the chain.
St. Mark's Place at night next to
Tompkins Square. Check it out.
Right, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, thanks, Paul.
Bye.